Good morning, Springton Lake. Today is Wednesday, February 24th, 2021. Today is day number 1. At this time, would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A very good Wednesday morning to everyone. I hope that you're all doing well today. It's hump day already. We're already halfway through the week. Listen up as we have the following announcements for today. The final sessions for intramurals will continue this week. Now, don't forget, if you normally participate in intramurals on Monday, we've scheduled a makeup session for you this coming Monday, which also happens to be March 1st. Any 7th or 8th grade student who has an interest in playing a spring sport should make a plan with their parents to have a sports physical sometime in the next few weeks. While we're still working out all the details, our hope is that tryouts for spring sports will begin following spring break. Completed PIAA forms are due to the main office by Friday, March 26th. That's just over a month from now. For lunch this week, the Blazers, Eagles, and Odyssey teams will eat in the auxiliary gym. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Also, please continue to be mindful of the safety procedures that we have in place this year. Things like using hand sanitizer before using the bottle filling stations and not sharing food in the cafeteria. Now is not the time to let our guard down. You've all been doing a great job this year, and these procedures have proven very, very successful. So let's keep it going. The Newspaper Club and Reading Olympics will both be meeting after school today, starting at 3 o'clock. Next this morning, our celebration of Black History Month continues with another short feature segment created by one of your teachers. Enjoy today's video.
In honor of Black History Month, I'm going to tell you the story about Freedom House Ambulance Service. We're going to start with the question. If someone had a medical emergency and 911 is called, who comes? The answer is most people realize paramedics, but that was not always the case. I'm going to tell the story of how Freedom House Ambulance Service showed the world a better way to deal with medical emergencies. Before Freedom House Ambulance, up to the 1960s and early 70s, paramedics were not a profession. When 911 was called in case of a medical emergency, the fire department, police department, or local funeral home would actually come with a hearse and transport the patients to the hospital. Their job was simply to load the patient in and bring them to the hospital as quickly as possible, with little to no medical care given. Why was the change? So in Pittsburgh's minority neighborhoods felt that they were being underserved by these services and created their own ambulance service, Freedom House Ambulance. Freedom House was staffed by African-American paramedics. Freedom House differed in a few ways. Freedom House became the first ambulance service to provide proper first aid care on the scene and en route to the hospital. They were trained, among other people, by Dr. Peter Saffer, who's known as the father of CPR. Dr. Saffer helped create what we now know as CPR. In the first year, it's estimated that the care given by Freedom House saved 200 lives in the city of Pittsburgh. So what lasting impact did Freedom House have? People came far and wide to study Freedom House Ambulance Services. Freedom House Medical Director, Dr. Nancy Caroline, went on to create the textbook national standard for emergency medical technicians. Cities around the world adopted the Freedom House methods, and emergency medical services were forever changed for the better.
Thank you to everyone who submitted a guess to yesterday's Trivia Tuesday question. The correct answer was The Incredibles. The movie was originally released in 2004 and was given a PG rating due to action violence. This highly successful movie grossed over $633 million during its original theatrical run, and it also won 2 Academy Awards. A sequel was released in 2018. If you were one of the first 10 people with a correct guess, Spartan Bucks have been added to your live school account. Trivia Tuesday will be back next week with another challenge and another opportunity for you to earn some bonus Spartan Bucks. We're roughly at the halfway point of the third marking period. So, how are your grades looking? make some time today to check hack. We have another at-home learning day coming up on Friday, and everyone should have a plan for how to make the best use of their time. Monday is March 1st. I know, hard to believe. The third marking period will end on March 26th, which is the final day of school before spring break. So now is the time to be sure that you're on track for a successful third marking period report card. Okay, Spartans, let's do this! Work hard, be kind to one another, and practice those safe habits that I mentioned a few minutes ago. This means masking up, washing up, and backing up. This concludes our announcements for today. I thank you for your attention. And as always, let's make it a great day. Or not. The choice is yours.